Today we are going to see the supplementary lesson Standard 6 Term 2. The topic is Gulliver's Travels, written by Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift was an Anglo-Irish satirist and essayist. He was born on 30th November 1667 in Ireland and died on 19th October 1745 in Ireland. He is best known for writing Gulliver's Travels. This is the picture of Gulliver. He was a ship's doctor. He started on a long voyage with his crew. The voyage started well, but soon things turned the other way. Here you see a storm and a ship caught in it. Similarly, Gulliver's ship was caught in a violent storm and thrown away from its course. Then it hit against a rock and was completely broken into pieces. Gulliver and his crew members got into a small boat and started rowing. Soon they were overturned by a sudden big wave. Luckily, Gulliver was a good swimmer, so he was able to swim and reach land. These are the pictures of seashore. In the first picture, you see buildings and people, whereas in the second picture, you do not find any people or houses. The coast where Gulliver landed was like the second picture. He looked all around the shore for people or houses, but there was no sign of life. The coast looked strange and lonely. Then he fell asleep because of hunger and tiredness. Gulliver woke up from his deep sleep. When he tried to get up, he could not move. He found that his arms and legs were tied with strings. Even his hair, which was long and thick, was tied down. He felt something moving up his chin. He was surprised to see a human being holding a bow and arrow and a quiver at his back. He then learned that these creatures were called Lilliputians. Gulliver was surprised as these human beings were less than 6 inches tall. When he managed to free his left arm, the Lilliputians fired dozens of tiny arrows all around his hand, face and body. Then they built a stage near Gulliver. An important person stood on the stage, which was just 1.5 feet tall, and delivered a speech for 10 minutes. But Gulliver could not understand the language. Gulliver felt very hungry, so he conveyed through gestures that he wanted food and drink. The Lilliputians decided to provide him food and drink if Gulliver promised to behave properly. As Gulliver agreed, they brought baskets of meat, and several loaves of bread. Gulliver ate 3 loaves at a time as they were too small. They also brought 2 barrels of drink, and these barrels were smaller than a glass. After eating, Gulliver fell asleep because the drink he had taken had a sleeping effect in it. Then the Lilliputians decided to transport him to the capital. They made a huge platform with 22 wheels. It was pulled by dozens of horses, and these horses were only 4.5 inches tall. Gulliver suddenly woke up when the vehicle stopped. A few Lilliputians wanted to see how Gulliver looked when he was sleeping. So they slowly climbed up to his face and put the sharp end of the half pike into his left nose. This tickled his nose, and Gulliver started sneezing. As they started moving, Gulliver saw more than 100,000 Lilliputians coming to see Gulliver, who appeared to be like a giant to them. Finally, they reached the emperor's palace. The emperor received Gulliver. Gulliver's leg was chained, and he could move only a bit. Few weeks passed by. Both the emperor and the Lilliputians understood that Gulliver was a harmless person. So they decided to allow Gulliver to roam freely in Lilliput. They decided to set him free only on one condition, that is, Gulliver should not harm them and he should help them in whatever way he could. Now Gulliver agreed to this condition. The Lilliputians freed him and provided him with food and water. They also built a house for them. Gulliver stayed in Lilliput. He started helping the Lilliputians in many ways. One day, the neighboring kingdom of Blefuscu declared war on Lilliput. The king brought 100 ships in order to attack the Lilliputians. The emperor of Lilliput begged Gulliver to help them. The people of Lilliput ran to Gulliver to get his help. Gulliver walked into the sea. He took a long rope, tied all the 100 ships together, and dragged them in the water. Gulliver pulled the ships the whole day. He went round and round till the army of Blefuscu felt giddy and was not in a position to fight. Finally, the king of Blefuscu came begging for peace between the two kingdoms. The emperor of Lilliput agreed to this. The Lilliputians hailed Gulliver as their hero. He lived peacefully in Lilliput for many years. Read the following statements and say whether they are true or false. Gulliver was the captain of the ship. The answer is false. One of the Lilliputians gave a 10 minutes talk in Gulliver's language. The answer is false. Gulliver took the small creatures in his hand and crushed them. The answer is false. The horses were 4.5 inches tall. The answer is true. The war between the two kingdoms ended in peace. The answer is true. Choose the right option. Gulliver managed to reach the land as he was a doctor, a swimmer, a crew member. The answer is a swimmer. Gulliver was set free because the emperor was afraid of him, wanted to get something from him, confirmed that he was not harmful. The answer is confirmed that he was not harmful. Identify the speaker or character. He felt something moving along his body almost up to his chin. The answer is Gulliver. They somehow managed to put him on the platform. The answer is the Lilliputians. Don't let us down now, Gulliver. We need your help. The answer is the Emperor of Lilliput.